Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We have a couple of confident teams coming into today's game. Both walked off the field with victories last time out. It's the Bengals going up against the Cardinals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Arizona Cardinals. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Across the 20 to the 22. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Second down following the run.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Black Red. Ohio. Ohio. Right here.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry.
Missed.
It will not go down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Play action now. Brissett. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Ohio! Here we go! Ohio!
Play clock winding down. A first down throw for Brissett. And his throw is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Henry's got it out on the left side. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Again to Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a handoff looking right, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. You got 4 down. 4 down. Flex round. Check it back. Check it back. Ohio.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Here we go.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinal. Now a handoff looking right. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Let's go! 190!
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Here's Brad Wing now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Bowls him over, and they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. First down carry for Henry. And some room to maneuver. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Derrick Henry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! What? Nine! Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And an alley to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 57 yards on the ground. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll look to throw here. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Hey. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Double tight. Ohio. Flex round. Here we go. What? 90.
They run the counter now on first down. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
A first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Flex round. Switch. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different...
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A second down throw for Brissett. Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Rawls. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Brissett now on second down. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the D-line's going to spread out. On third down, Henry. He's got some breathing room. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Had an update from a game going on up in Santa Clara. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
On third down, Brissett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Fresh set of downs here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. In motion right is Robinson. They'll toss it to Henry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Second down, Brissett. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. In motion left, Robinson. Brissett from the gun on third. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Von Miller in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. And Parkey's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 39 that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. What?
They go play action here on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Let's go. What?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Derrick Henry, 93 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And an update from a game going on up in Santa Clara. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. It really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball. thing to him.
10 yards still left on second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Check nine.
Boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. What? Flex round.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. Here's Brad Wing now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Brad Wing now. He's been terrific so far. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go. What? 90.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. They find some open field here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Okay, Paul, we got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Check me out. We got 3 down. We got to stand up here.
And he motions the wide receiver.
No.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38.
To throw is Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. The Cardinals on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Kill. Ohio. Kill. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Flex round.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go. Red 38.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Come on, let's go. What? 90. 3 down. Ohio. Joker.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Let's go. Red 38.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. First down, this is Rawls. The ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And that stretches the lead to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 61 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
In motion left, Robinson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.